Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome to Freedom School. Let's see what our messages are for today. The heart of the reading today, you have the Nine of Spades. You also have the King of Diamonds. So some of you may be even losing sleep or just having a lot of restless thoughts. This could be anxiety as well. This can be too much stress, too much overthinking. And this could be in relationship to a spouse or a individual. This could also be over your business or your finances or your home and property. So many of these worries and concerns are trying to alert you to something deeper that needs to be addressed. When you begin to sift and sort through all of these thoughts, it might be an important time for you to be journaling as well, seeing which thoughts are serving you and which thoughts are not. When you address the ones that are most uncomfortable and you go into those, you address that pain and go into it to release it. This pain usually is a repetitive one. I'm using the word pain, but it could just be severe anxiety, or I'm hearing even panic attacks. So it doesn't have to be to that extreme, but wherever it is happening in your life on that spectrum, it's important to go into that initial experience and feel that again. A lot of us have avoidance to feeling things that are uncomfortable. But when you do this, you'll find that that uncomfortability only lasts for a little bit. And then you're free to put something new in its place that better serves your thought processes and your growth and creating that life that you want. So for some of you, this is all about finding that balance and attuning with nature also. Some of you need to spend time in nature. For the Divine Feminine today, you have Four of Spades, which is also the Death card reversed in this deck. You have the Two of Hearts, which is the Temperance. You have the Five of Clubs, which is the Devil card in this deck, and you have the King of Hearts. So some of you might be avoiding a big change. This could be with even another individual who maybe is your emotional support. For some of you, there's some need to look at just the idea of codependency and maybe if that has a role in your life. Many of you need to change something that is like an addiction. This could be just developing a healthy habit, a habitual pattern that's healthy versus one that's unhealthy, wherever that might be surfacing in your current reality. But there is healing here. There's a lot of balance coming in for you if you embrace these changes and open up to healing those wounds that you have. So really shifting yourself into the healing aspect, getting connected to your higher divinity, honoring those messages, calling on for support or calling on others for support. Not in general, like just friends around you, but calling on others who can truly see and truly guide you. So this is about also grounding yourself in order to walk these changes. There's some aspect of yourself that doesn't want to change, and you need to just address that resistance. It's very easy at this stage to just stay in your current position of feeling limited or bound to something, or that you can't grow. And growth is always scary. So take a look at what your fears are. Have the courage to look into your fears and face them. This is shadow work. This is deeply attuning to that need within you right now. Whenever we have a need, maybe that wasn't met in your previous years, it keeps resurfacing. So For the Divine Masculine today, we have the Queen of Diamonds, King of Spades, which is also the Emperor card in this deck. We have the Queen of Clubs, and we also have the Six of Clubs, which is the Tower in this deck. So do also remember, in these types of readings with divine masculine and feminine energies, we all have both polarities. So both sides of the reading apply to you, and this serves to help you balance out your own internal world. When we balance the inside, the outside reflects that. So some of you may have had some power struggles, and this could also be between two different aspects of yourself or even two different people, depending on your circumstances. So perhaps there's also a need to just look at some underlying, I want to say, power and control. So these can play out in many different ways, especially if maybe you've been taught to act a certain way in your relationships or in your businesses, things like that. So whatever hasn't been working at the core level, this may be being shook up right now. For some of you, this is a necessary upheaval so that you can see what actually is the strength of the foundation within these relationships, whether this is your business or your personal life. This also is about you having this new dynamic energy, this passion awakened, so that you can move forward into that place of passion. The energy of the Tower might feel like it's opposing your own personal willpower. And this has everything to do with especially your ego. Our ego is there to protect us, but it can also get in the way of what we truly want. So sometimes when we have these Tower moments, this can be showing us what we need to address within ourselves. Let's get a few more cards out. Divine Masculine, you have the Fool reversed, and you also have the Ten of Wands. So it's time to put down those burdens. If you've been carrying too much, overworked, overstressed, and maybe even carrying too much of other people's energy or problems, it's time to let that go. Because you're coming to a new place, like a brand new chapter is waiting to open for you, but it's necessary that you take that leap of faith, take action. And again, this is about tuning into what you really want in your heart of hearts. There's also a question here of what are you loyal to, and what is loyal to you, and which path are you following that has the most heart? I always love to ask myself which is the path of heart. There's only one path of heart. So that might be an important thing for you to address right now. Divine Feminine, you have Five of Swords and Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, you might need to really look at the doorway that's opening in front of you. Face your fears and have courage to walk through, even if you don't know what's on the other side. This is an important time for you to make choices and just take action. Also, this is about balancing your world. Balancing your home and hearth is what I'm hearing. So taking those necessary action steps, cutting through illusion. This is self-illusion. This is imposed illusion. So things that have been imposed on you that aren't actually yours, in order to create this greater stability and harmony within your home and your life in general. This can be your business, this can be your plans, your estate, your vehicle, all the details of life. Also, there's another message about reciprocity here, giving in order to receive. Let's get a few guidance cards. Today I'm using the 13 Moonstone Cosmic Tarot Oracle that I created, and it's based on cosmic law and the major arcana of the tarot. You can get this as a workbook. Divine Masculine, you have shadow. So this is addressing those parts of yourself that are your temptations, your habitual processes that aren't working, your traumas, anything of that nature that is holding you back from expressing all of the light that you are. So this is also finding that understanding in your own darkness and cleaning up the things that need to be cleaned up, put back into integrity, and put back into a higher frequency to move yourself forward. This is also not being an ally to negativity of any kind. So cleaning up the negativity within your subconscious and finding that creative breakthrough. Just remember that the light pierces the darkness, and this is about embracing and accepting, deep acceptance work here. The heart of the reading, you have beauty. So this is basking in the full light of your divine power. This is understanding that beauty comes from within. This is dropping all the external facades. This is being yourself fully, no matter what. This doesn't matter to anyone but yourself anyway. If you try to be something that you're not and exert your energy in that way, it will always come back to you. So this is cherishing yourself and your own uniqueness and asking yourself, who am I in reference to the larger picture of who you want to become? Divine Feminine, you have guide. So this is connecting more fully with your own intuition and your own inner guide, calling on support to see your blind spots. You can also book me for an image reading or to help you in this work. But this is seeking wisdom from your ancestral DNA, from your first breath of life, from your contracts of why you came into this life, and having that understanding of that pivotal moment of change. And following guidance of someone who's already been there can maybe help you, but this is also an initiation for you. So taking charge of your life in a brand new way, putting yourself in a brand new motion and direction right now, and moving away from those things that have held you down so tightly. This can be just your belief systems in general. This can be anything that you have put up as, I'm seeing like a white picket fence. So anything in your reality that you have put up as this is the way things are supposed to be. Get out of the supposed to be's in your life. You can toss those out right now. Outside of time and space, we can complete this now. Have that release of what has been imposed on you. And this is where you begin following your own guidance and even calling in mentors who can really guide you to the truth. Sometimes we can't see our own illusions, so it's important. And for lessons and assignments, you can check the description box below the video.